Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Kindly introduce yourself.
I'm Mary Ann Antoki, 25 years old, and I'm living Alabang, Muntinlupa.
How many are you in the family? How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 6 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay, and you are?
I'm single.
Okay, you're single. And in the family, order in your family, you are the
I'm
young.
in 3rd form in the family.
Okay, third from the eldest, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you finish your high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you take up any course in college?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you worked as a domestic helper before?
No, ma'am.
Abroad?
No, ma'am.
How about in the Philippines?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
In Alabang.
Alabang. Okay, and what's the nationality of your employer?
Filipino, ma'am.
Okay, and do they have children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
3 kids, ma'am.
3 children. Okay, what are the ages?
3-year-old and 5 and 10 years old.
10 years old. Okay, so you took care of 3 different kinds of ages.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
So, can you tell me what are your duties and responsibilities in taking care of the children?
I must check every day their temperature if there is sick, and always giving food in time, and taking a bath every day.
Okay, are you the one preparing the food?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so you know how to cook.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you know any simple, even just the simple Chinese dishes?
No, ma'am.
It's just like the Filipino food, like steamed rice. But you know how to prepare the steamed rice?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you said you're the one preparing food for the children, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what are you giving them? What kind of food do you give the children?
Fried rice in the morning, fried egg.
Okay. How about the chicken? Even
Yes,
just
ma'am.
fried chicken.
Yes,
The
ma'am,
children
fried chicken.
likes fried chicken, right?
Yes, ma'am. Fried chicken.
Okay, and what we also have what we call the stir-fried vegetables, just like
Yes.
the Filipino food.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe you know how to prepare it,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Okay, and the congee. We also have congee in the Philippines, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but if your employer will tell you that you have to learn more of the Chinese dishes, are you willing to learn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you do marketing?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the one doing marketing with your with your employer?
Alone, ma'am.
Alone, okay. And what about the elderly? Do you have any experience taking care of an elderly?
No, ma'am.
No. But at least you have, for sure you have your grandparents.
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe you experience already taking care of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me how. It's
I-
a good experience taking care of your grandparents, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell me how can you take care of your grandparents?
I must asking always them if what she needs, what their needs, and
Okay.
always check if they're hungry,
Okay.
giving food, and at what they needs.
Okay, elderly likes they always like somebody to talk with, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes elderly wants to always tell stories or problems. Are you a good listener?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so maybe you can always talk with them, and especially you can bring them to the park or walk along with them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're going to work in Hong Kong, maybe your employer has parents, so at least you know how to take care of them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why do you want to work in Hong Kong?
Because I want to support my family, and also the studying of my siblings. I want to
Okay.
support them, and also for my future.
Okay, even for your own future,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay, and if you're going to work in Hong Kong, are you sure you can control your homesick?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
I have I make myself busy at my work every day, and then maybe during holidays I will call my family.
Okay, you really have at least free time to call your family, but then you can only do that during your day off, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because maybe your employer will not allow you to use your phone during working days.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
not a problem with you?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. Okay. And so, are you willing to accept day off set by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Even not on the weekends?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you willing to finish your contract?
Yes, ma'am.
How about if they will ask you for an extension for 1 year?
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing.
Okay, no problem.
No problem, ma'am.
Okay. You took care of children, so did you know any nursery rhyme?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I hear it?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
Okay, thank you. And can you give me a short message for your future employer?
To my future employer, I hope you will choose me to be your helper. Thank you.
What can you tell them? What qualities do you have? What can you promise? What kind of person are you? Are you a hardworking person?
I am a hardworking person and I am honest person, humble, loyal, and a responsible person to my work, and I will do my responsibilities every day, and I will do my best as I can.
Okay, thank you. And do you know how to operate machines?
Yes, ma'am.
Like what?
Washing machine, microwave, vacuum cleaner,
Okay.
ironing.
Okay, and even you don't know, there's always, sometimes they have manuals, or you can always ask your employer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you commit mistake, what are you going to do?
I have to sorry for my employer, and I promise that I will not do it again. And
Okay, but at least you have to, avoid doing mistakes, right?
yes, ma'am.
You can always ask your employer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.